Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. Today's project is this one. It's a little goodie bag with Hershey Kisses in it, and I'll show you how to make it. I'm using the Sweetest Time photopolymer stamp set, which is bundled with the Sweet Border dies. These are the border dies, and the dies we're going to be using out of this die set are the holly leaves, the berries and the candy cane. You need the Mosaic Gusseted Cellophane bags. For this outer piece you need a piece of real red cardstock cut at 9 inches by 3 inches. In metric that's 7.6 by 22.9 centimeters. On the long side you want to score it at 3.5 inches and 5.5 inches. In metric that will be 8.9 centimeters and 14 centimeters. You also need a piece of real red cardstock that measures 2 inches by 4 inches. In metric that's 5 centimeters by 10.2. I've run some tape on one side of it, and I'm just going to run some tape on here and fold it up, say about 1 inch, so that I can flatten the bag. Like so. Put my finger in through these two holes here where the gusset is and flatten the bag. Then I can stick this into the bag like so, so it has a flat bottom. The designer series paper I'm using is from the Heartwarming Hugs pattern papers. That's the reverse. And there are 6 double-sided designs, 12 by 12. These are just samples that I've cut into 6 by 6 inch squares. A strip that is 2 inch by 11 inches. Pull my arm out and cut that off at 11 inches. And because it's lighter weight paper, I'll use the thicker end of my stylus to score at 4.5 and 6.5 inches. In metric that will be 11.4 and 16.5 centimeters. Fancy tag topper punch, and I'm going to, that is the reason why I cut it at 2 inches, so that it would go through the punch. Make sure that's even. Punch a hole at the top and do the same for the other end. Then I want to glue this designer piece to the real red piece. So I line up my score lines on there and also center it on the real red cardstock. And then I can run some adhesive into the centre of that so that it holds. We need real red and old olive ink. I'm going to do a bit of stamping now. I need my mat, as it's photopolymer stamps, and some scraps of Whisper White cardstock. And I'm going to stamp the holly leaves. There's a large one and a smaller one, so I'm going to stamp it on here. Swap inks to the real red and stamp the berries. To create the label you need a strip of Whisper White cardstock that is 1 inch in width and 4 inches in length. Next I'm going to do some die cutting. Cut the berries, and I've put a bit of washi tape on it so that the die will stay. And I need a plain white candy cane and also a real red one. then a top cutting plate, and I'll run that through the machine. I'll be back. So there are my die cuts. The candy cane is in opposite directions, so in fact I'll have to flip that over if I want to glue that to the candy cane. So I've run some glue on the edge, and then I can marry that up and glue it together and allow it to dry. I've already done my stamping on that 1-inch strip, and I made a flag end at one end, and then I can insert that into the punch, center it on the middle of this, and then punch. I've sort of broken it up, and I took the Christmas from the Christmas here. So that will be the topic for my top tip next Tuesday. So next I'll put a little bit of glue there to attach it to the label. And a bit of glue on there. Attach that to the leaf. And a bit of glue on this to attach that berries to here. Grab some glue dots. Attach that. And lastly, we need a 16-inch length of this sheer ribbon. So now we can attach this to the bag, the cello bag. So I'm going to sit this so that it's equidistant. Grab these Hershey's Hugs and Kisses and pour some into the bag and fold it over a couple of times and staple it together. Fold the ribbon in half and thread it through the tag here and through the tag on this end and over to the one in the back, like so. Pull it tight, and I've deliberately not glued it so that you can open the bag and get at the contents, and then just tie a bow. That's the treat bag with the Sweetest Time bundle. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Thanks for joining me, and I'll be back with more inspiration next Friday. Thanks for watching. Bye.